Shaquille O'Neal goes on the air and says that if he played Nikola Jokic, it would be Serbian chicken and he would eat Jokic up. And shortly after that, Jokic drops 61, 10, and 10 in a double overtime loss to the Timberwolves. Unbelievable performance, though. And then today, Colin Cowherd goes on the air and says that he has Jokic second all-time in centers behind only Kareem, ahead of Shaq, ahead of Hakeem, and he even took it a step further and said that you can't have a conversation about top 10 players all-time that doesn't at least have Nikola Jokic in the conversation. I think Cowherd is crazy. I think Jokic is all-time great, but I think that's a little bit too much too soon right now. I do lean more towards the Shaquille O'Neal end of things. To me, Shaq is the greatest center of all time. Jokic plays a lot of bully ball, backing people down, his big body. There's not a ton of big centers like Shaquille O'Neal or David Robinson or Wilt Chamberlain or Hakeem Olajuwon that played that style of ball today. I don't think Jokic would be able to do a lot of the things offensively against those guys that he does in today's NBA. I think he would get his assists. I think his rebounds would come down. I think that his points would come down. And I think he would have a horrendous time trying to stop either Hakeem Olajuwon or Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq's bigger than him, more athletic than him. Hakeem's way quicker than him, has better footwork. So to me, I think Jokic would struggle against those guys. He'd still be really good. He'd still be Nikola Jokic to a certain degree, but not to the extent that he is today. My all-time greats, again, are Shaquille O'Neal 1, Hakeem Olajuwon 2, and this is centers, of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 3rd. I'll put Jokic 4th, and then after that, I'm going to have to go with Wilt Chamberlain, David Robinson, Bill Russell, and Patrick Ewing. That would be my top 8 all time. So Jokic is 4th for me in centers. He's only got 1 championship. You got to get more than that. Shaq has 4 championships. Granted, he did have a young Kobe Bryant and a young D. Wade to help him with those, but those guys were young, both of them in the first few years of their career. So what Shaq did with his 4 titles, to me, is far more impressive than what Jokic has done getting just 1, especially in today's much more soft NBA, I would say. So, and Hakeem got 2, and he played in Jordan's era, and he got the only 2 that were available during Jordan's heyday. So to me, he has to be behind those guys. And then how do you not put him behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I do think Kareem played in an earlier era where his domination was in an era like we talked about earlier that wasn't quite as competitive as today. So that's why I have him behind Shaq and Hakeem, but still ahead of Jokic. Let me know what you think about my top 8.